Hey friends, I sure hope you've been enjoying Air Fryer August as much as I have. I've learned so many great new recipes and I'm getting a little bit more experimental with my air fryer. Today I need to make a quick, fast, easy lunch. And I just kind of did some digging in my cabinets to see what I had available. I came across 2 flour tortillas. And then I remembered last night I had made myself some French bread pizza. I cut it in half. One side was chicken, one side was beef. I have some of that left. We're gonna make quesadillas in the air fryer today, friends. Come on in and let's do this together. So I've got my handy dandy Pampered Chef air fryer. I've really been enjoying getting to know this machine. It's a lot of fun. It's a little different than what I'm used to, and I really am having fun with it. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my flour tortilla on one side. Plenty of oil on there because that's where the crispy part is, right? Whoops. And then we're gonna flip that over and we're gonna start filling it. This is the beef that I had made and we only used about a half a jar. And because it was in the refrigerator, it's gotten a little gelatinous, and that's okay. Just, you have to remember it'll be a little more wet. So you kind of wanna push some of that off. I'm gonna fill half of this up today. Just try to shake off as much of that beautiful gelatinous broth as you can because it will liquefy. Okay, and then with my fork I can just so easily, almost like I'm trying to shred it, but it just kind of falls apart. It's wonderful. I love canned chicken and canned roast or beef tips or stew meat. I believe this was a roast that I had braised and cut and put in jars. My lid just says cubed beef, but I'm pretty sure it was a roast. So that looks good. We still have more for another one another day. This Fiesta blend cheese, I thought that would be perfectly appropriate for today. And we like lots of cheese, so I have a hearty handful on here. You could cook it just like this, it'd be perfectly fine. But my husband likes a little bit of heat. I have the smallest of the homegrown jalapenos that my mom gave me. I found the smallest one I could. I'm gonna cut it in half, take out quite a few of the seeds. Some people prefer to wear gloves. If I'm doing several, I will, but usually I can tolerate one pepper. I say that now, I'll probably regret it later, right? And I'm just gonna kind of put it into chunks, and I'm gonna put this whole pepper in there because he really does like fresh jalapenos. I'm gonna fold this in half, and then we're gonna transfer it to a tray. And then I'll go ahead and bring another tray out. And I'm gonna make me a chicken one. So again, you wanna spray it, flip it, clean fork, this was pre-cooked chicken, and then I added water to it. So it's not really the thick broth that you get with raw packed meat, but it is still good, so don't throw that out. It's worth saving. I'm gonna do the same thing with my fork. This meat just falls apart. Oh, I love canned meat. It makes for such a quick meal. Again, with my cheese. And what's a quesadilla without a lot of cheese? So I'm gonna be very generous with that cheese. In half, kind of press it down. I have some of these long toothpicks. I'm gonna grab out 4 with my clean hands. And to keep your quesadilla from kind of flapping open, I'm just kind of sewing it together. I'm just going down and back up again. And that's gonna keep that down. Here, we'll pull out the beef one. I forgot to do that. And I'll show you again. Down and back up. It's just tacking it in place. Down, back up. So we're gonna put this in. We're gonna air fry 400 degrees for 7 minutes. The halfway point, it's gonna beep for us to turn it over. Halfway point, actually just over it. I walked away for a minute and pull that out. At this point, we can take out the toothpicks. I don't want to forget about those. I'm gonna flip it over. And we're gonna put the bottom on the top and the top on the bottom. Let it go ahead and finish cooking and we'll see what it looks like. It shows it's done. Let's see what it looks like. To me, I want it a little bit crunchier than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some. You could very much eat it by now. It is done, it is safe to eat. The cheese is melting, but I like a little crispier quesadilla. So we're gonna go ahead and air fry this again. This time I'm gonna add another 3 minutes. Ooh, that's the way I like to see that. Look at that. Oh, and it was not pan fried. Oh, but it looks like it could have been. Now I'll pull out that beef. Oh, yum. I personally like to have salsa and some sour cream on my quesadillas. My husband, on the other hand, is not a sour cream fan, so I'll let him fix his own. Wow, doesn't this look fancy, like something from a restaurant? Some other things I like to put with my quesadillas would be like guacamole. You could add extra cheese on top, that would be good. I like just plain avocados, maybe some sliced olives. If I would have had some extra, I would have done that. But let's give this a taste test. I gotta know what this is like. Oh, wait a second, I gotta bring you in for this. Can you hear that crunch? Oh boy. I wanna get a middle piece here where it has the melty cheese. I'm gonna get a little salsa and sour cream and put on there. I think this is the perfect bite for us to try. Let's put it to the test. It's good, friends. And I do not miss all that extra grease. And I didn't have to get out any paper towels. Usually I have to lay paper towels down to put the quesadillas on to kind of pat off some of that extra oil when you pan fry them. Didn't have to do any of that this time. It was quick, it was easy. and dishes are gonna be a breeze to clean up. So I hope that you give this a try, and if you make air fryer quesadillas, tell me, do you make them like me, or do you have a different method? Let's learn from each other. I wanna hear what you do too. Ooh, I just had a thought, fresh cilantro. Sure wish I had some of that too. I think today was Mexican themed day. If you look in the background, you can see that it is dark. It was very late. We ended up having someone stop by the house, and it was about supper time. I didn't have anything planned, so when they left, I had to quickly put something together because my family was starved. And I thought to myself, oh, yes, I still have some of that canned meat left. And I remember that we had a partial package of the tortilla chips. I was going to offer that as a side with lunch, and we didn't end up needing it. And so I was able to put together some nachos. And I thought, why not go ahead and put them in the air fryer? This would be a great way to kind of crisp up those tortillas because they had been, you know, the bag had been open, and sometimes it gets a little stale. So you think, well, maybe I could put it in the air fryer and kind of bring that back to life and get those super tasty and warm up that meat, melt that cheese, and add all the extras and make a supreme nacho. It was fast and easy. I was able to put an entire meal together in less than 10 minutes, and I had no complaints. So I found these parchment sheets on Amazon, and I really like them. They have little cutouts for airflow, and it made it super easy to transfer the nachos over to the plate. I just slid that parchment over, and then I put the next one on and got started on the next plate of nachos. This really was a quick and easy and kind of fun thing to do. Top it with whatever you want. Sour cream, olives, extra cheese, salsa, jalapenos, you name it. Make it how you like it. Taste test. These chips are so crunchy looking. They kind of remind me of what you would get like at a Mexican restaurant. You know, the chips on the table, they've been toasted. I'm hoping it's that good. Try to get one with a little bit of everything on it. And cheese gets a little bit chewy, but it's definitely better than the microwave ones we used to make. Guys, thanks so much for being here. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Now remember, this is an open collaboration. If you would like to make a video and add to this playlist, all you have to do is use hashtag airfryeraugust23 and tag me, the Inquisitive Farm Wife, and I'll get you added to the playlist. We would love to have you join.